Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're featuring the latest model from Tool Watch Co. If you follow my channel, you know I featured this brand numerous times on my channel. Twice to be more exact. I featured their Ama Diver with that beautiful mother of pearl dial. Then I featured their Arctic Field, which I liked even more than the Ama Diver because it was smaller, it was much simpler. And now finally they launched their Chronograph, which takes design cues from both of these. So Tool Watch Co. is one of the very few micro brands that ever since their first model and each and every consecutive model has had a very distinct DNA. We're just taking one glance at a watch, you know it's a Tool Watch Co. watch, which is pretty impressive. To be able to create like their own design DNA within 3 models is really respect worthy. So this one looks like you took an Arctic Field and added a Mecaquartz movement with subdials and also a fixed steel bezel, which is a beauty. The bezel is all brushed and so is the whole watch, but you get this bevel that's countersunk towards the crystal, and that thing is polished and it really catches the light beautifully. And also on the sides, the very side of the bezel is also polished. Now, as I said, this is much closer to the Arctic Field than Ama Diver because of the size, and it's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this watch so much, that even though they supply a beautiful black nylon strap with leather underneath, I switched to my own. When you see me wearing a watch on one of my own straps, that means that I simply couldn't take it off, so I kept daily wearing the watch as soon as I received it until the moment that I record all the recordings. So this is one of those cases, and the reason for that, like I said, is the size. Because I have a 6.5-inch wrist, this beautiful chronograph at 38 millimeters in diameter and just 46.3 lug to lug fits my wrist perfectly. And when you go with these vintage looking cases that have very bulky and pretty straight lugs, if you go for 40 plus, like 42, 43, they're gonna look ridiculous on a smaller wrist like mine. But because they kept it very small, even though the case is pretty flat underneath, I mean, it does have certain curvature on the lugs, but the whole case underneath is very straight, it still looks okay even on my smaller wrist. The watch is powered by a Seiko VK64 Mecaquartz, meaning that when you start the chronograph, you do get a mechanical looking center seconds, which are the seconds of the chronograph. Here you have the minutes of the chronograph, and here you have the 24-hour display for the main time. So they ditched the running seconds of the main time, which is pretty cool because you don't have that quartz tick of that subdial, so everything looks clean and the watch gives more of a mechanical look to it. Operating the movement, unlike the Miyota Mecaquartz movements, this one has a true mechanical reset. So when you reset the hands, you're actually pushing the prongs that push the hands in their position, and it's a very satisfactory. Now they offer this model in a couple of color variants. You have the basic black that comes with an enamel dial. You have rally versions that have bicolor schemes, and all those are very cool and very retro inspired. But this full lume dial simply blew me away with its beauty. I think it's down to the way it's done. So it has a very milky white look to it. Only when you get into a place that has slightly less light do you start to see the green or the blue, the green and the blue or the lume underneath. But in most situations, when you have a very high levels of light, it's gonna appear pretty much crystal white, and like I said, it looks almost like enamel, having that milky depth to it. I also like the way that the dial curves where the subdial hands are, so you can see like the layers like going down, like sinking into the base of the hands, which is something very cool. And also the markers are black, but they're glossy, so they go well with that glossy look of the milky dial, while the hands are matte and also the inscriptions are pretty much matte black. So it creates this beautiful contrast, and I love the fact they went with skeletonized hands. Usually I'm not a fan of full lume dials, and I'm especially not a fan of skeletonized hands, but on this model it just kind of works. It makes sense, because when you put skeletonized hands, let's say on a diver, to me that's like doesn't make sense. But on a chronograph, no matter where the hands are positioned over these subdials, you can still clearly read them. So an excellent way of creating a chronograph. And because it's a full lume dial, you'll have no problems reading the time no matter what conditions are. Also, I love the thickness. Even though this is 12.5, which isn't ultra thin, when you consider a lot of that is to this boxed mineral crystal, you realize that this watch wears more like a 10mm watch. And speaking of the crystal, it's the only thing that I resent to them, because they didn't go for a sapphire. I understand they went with a mineral to get that slightly warmer look, but for this price and $250 for a Mecaquartz, I would expect a sapphire. Also, despite having a screw-in crown, the watch is only rated to 30 meters or splash resistance. I think it has something to do with the buttons, but I wish they included more water resistance to make it a better daily beater. Other than that, the watch is truly spectacular. I love the whole brushed finish, the circular brushing on the bezel, the fact that the bezel is steel with just numerals, black numerals inscripted or engraved in that. They didn't go for the black bezel, which you get with the other variants, but like I said, this variant with their signature smaller markers, which usually, like if you have a regular dial with lumed markers, their decision to always go with these undersized markers is a problem when it comes to lume, but this being a full lume dial, that is no longer a problem, so it really shines the markers in the hands. And I do like the proportions that they get by going with undersized instead of oversized markers. So overall, a very cool Mecaquartz, and I believe, based on the strap that's here and based on the time that I've worn this, that this is gonna stay in my collection as an excellent grab and go quartz. You always have to have a couple of watches like that where you don't have to wind them and set the time every time you want to wear them. This is just something that you grab and just go about your day. It's always going to be accurate. Very cool, and I really do like what a Tool Watch Co. is doing. I can't wait to see their next model, and hopefully they're going to keep their DNA, because this design language that they created really like blends the past with the present, and it really looks cool. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.